Hello and welcome to Team Across Case 2 presentation. Our team consists of 5 highly skilled professionals around the world.
We have selected the business model canvas to develop a business strategy for Eco Oil. We will take a look at each of the 9 sections in detail. The main value proposition of the company is to thrive in the global energy transition by responding to our customers' desire for more and cleaner, convenient, and competitive energy.
Next, we're going to go over the customer segment, location criteria, location analysis, and as to why Mexico would be the first market to launch in. The location criteria consisted of the 4 following points: biomass availability in the target location, the usage of agricultural machinery there, existing biofuel production competitors, and the demand of sugar in the target location. The 4 locations we narrowed our options down to based on the previous points were Russia, Mexico, China, and Brazil. The main con with Russia is that sugar demand is higher than the total production, and sugar beet can only be used to produce only one end product. The main pro of Mexico is that they do not use sugarcane to its maximum potential, and that it's largely an untouched market with a high demand for fuel. The main con with China was that the existing competition is extremely high, and they do not use farming machinery there. Brazil, such as China, is extremely competitive in biofuel production, and they are the top producer in the world. However, due to COVID restrictions, the demand for gasoline has fallen 20% in the country. The reasons why we chose Mexico is that we will be targeting agricultural cooperatives as our customer segment, and the amount of these is very high in Mexico. The main pros of Mexico is that the demand of gasoline is significantly higher than the supply, and most of the gasoline is imported to the country. In addition, Mexico is a perfect window of opportunity because private companies are, as of now, allowed to participate in the petroleum supply chain, and the country-owned supplier Pemex is losing their market share significantly. In addition, the usage of farming machinery is very high in Mexico, and they currently have low diversification of sugarcane usage.
Next, the ways we are the relationship with our clients will be to have a technical and after-sales support, build a brand value and a community around with our clients, and earn a reputation of being eco-conscious for ourselves and our clients. Our channels for sales will be direct sales to activities that facilitate awareness, event and conferences to facilitate evaluation, and NGOs and environmental agencies to facilitate conversion of leads. Our revenue streams consist in an annual rental of our equipment in which the client could produce all the gasoline it needs, a technology licensing in an open model innovation system, and one-time purchase and the after-sales service and maintenance following this purchase.
The activities of our firm will be to develop integrated energy system, to drive sustainability through the business and operating model, to create a digital ecosystem for marketing and brand expansion, to sustain and achieve operational reliability, to maintain partnership with developing countries to share path of zero net emissions, to exploit the idea of go green and fully adopt it, to form partnership with agencies to continue the search and drive the business growth through the years.
Now look at the key resources. What are the important strategic assets to deliver value for the company and the customers? We split it into 4. So intellectual resources, that's the patent itself, is very important. The financial resources, we need a lot of money, 100 million euros to get this off the ground. On the physical resources, the container itself is very mobile and it's very price conscious. And then the last thing then is the human resources. As the technology is very important for this, we need to continue with the R&D, we need business development, and then we also need brand. Looking at the key partners, we've talked about already about the key activities and resources that the company will need internally, but Eco Oil doesn't have the expertise or the resources in certain areas, and they will need to be outsourced to key partners. So the most important one is the financing thing, and we're suggesting they enter a joint venture with a green company which would have access to green finance. The other key partners we're looking at are universities, the suppliers of the containers, our customers, especially our beachhead customer, the first customer, government and environmental NGOs. Having looked at all of those, then that will give us our cost structure, and here's a sample of the costs. Now moving on to the that we've identified. It shows sales for the first year at 15 million, growing to 150 million in year 5, which will give a profit in year 1 of 5 million, growing to 95 million in year 5.
This is the EcoOil business model. The EcoOil takes a orchestrator posturing here, allowing the EcoOil to focus on the core ability, on the core strengths and technology that makes a competitive advantage. The organizational structure needed for this is the one of an export company, where a hybrid structure, a hybrid functional structure is and doesn't need a head office outside the headquarters of EcoOil.
Based on the strategic niche management framework. The first part of this would be the niche creation, and well, like we proposed earlier, EcoOil should target the agricultural companies as their niche. Then after that, they should try to protect the niche because from the competitive pressure and the new technologies, it is better to try to protect the niche. After that, they can try to stretch and transform. This means that the experiment and learning about the niche would move certain practices from experimentation to the mainstream. And after that is done, then EcoOil can consider entering broader and wider markets. And in practice, this timeline would look something like this. The first year, EcoOil should try to develop a business structure and find partners. Second year, they should try to expand the Mexican sugarcane producing municipalities. Third year, they should try to become the main supplier of biofuel processing units in Mexico and start the first expansions to the second location. And the fourth year, reach 600 rental biofuel processing units, and the fifth year, start the expansions to the third location and reach 1,000 rental biofuel processing units. Thank you for your attention.